Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of your women. That is good. That is good.
Hello, welcome to Wild Warrior. This will be round 2 of a 3-round mini tournament down in Kansas City, Missouri at Tabletop Game and Hobby. And if you watched my last battle report, I ended up with a draw, so can't complain too much. Now these end time rules, you know, they're a little wonky, and you never know what you're going to face. So it's kind of hard to plan for. I mean, taking orcs and goblins too is you don't really have a whole lot of character choices that can match up against a lot of other choices. Against rank and file, for the points cost type of things, they're really good. They're better than a lot of other characters, but at the high end, you just don't have the super killy blender, take a lot of damage kind of guys. Even the special characters are kind of flawed in a lot of ways, and you have to take either a bodyguard or a cavalry guy to have anybody really tough. But so my next opponent get to the table, and actually I stay on the same table, so I didn't have to move anywhere. That's kind of nice. But I end up against wood elves. So my idea here for right off the bat is I figure I'm going to kind of do the same thing I did before. I'm going to try to just camp on these bonus point things and make him get me off there, because I've got 80 night goblins, can take a lot of shooting from him, and he doesn't have a super mega character. He's got a level 4 wizard and another level 1 wizard, and so I'm just planning to camp and make him get me. And he also has the moonstone, and he had the extra 3 woods, so I put my night goblins on 1 wood that he placed down, and I got my black orcs in that one, so if he comes out in those woods, then I will kill whatever comes in there. And other than that, it's just going to be kind of see if I can get my wyvern to pick off some targets, collect the bonus points, and go from there. So my having the wyvern against wood elves is nice. All of his bows are basically poison, though. I have a 2-up rerollable armor save, and I'm toughness 5. So that's good, but you don't want to take 20 or 30 shots, plus the magic and stuff. But I'm pretty confident he'll be able to do well against wood elves. Here's on the far left, I got the wolf chariot there. I placed that down pretty early just to try to protect it from some shooting. I was trying to keep anything from popping up, and you see that woods there. It's just dull gray, but that's a woods that he placed. I didn't want anything starting in there. I'll charge a chariot into the woods for 50 points and risk the dangerous terrain check just for the impact hits on wood elves. I can pretty much eliminate a unit as a threat if he makes contact. But in the middle, I got my block of night goblins with my BSB. I got that war boss in there with the fencer's blade and the glittering scales, crown of command. The crown of command, I didn't think I'd really need it with that many night goblins, but I just figured, what the heck. Probably should have spent those 35 points in another spell or a ruby ring of ruin for my wizard. But I got my wizard on the corner with his this game. His spell is Itchy Nuisance, so try to slow down some wood elves. And then over here he's got his character block of riders. They're like the sisters of Avalorn or whatever they are on the steeds. And he's got a level 4 and a level 1 in there in the woods there. He's got an eagle. He's got 10 the Glade Guard shooter guys behind there. He's got wild riders to the left of the eagle. And then I think another unit of wild riders just to the left of them. Yeah, there they are. and then he's got another unit of Glade Guard in the woods there that he had placed down. So the woods on the far right are his bonus secondary objective, and the woods that my Black Orcs are in are mine. So even if my Black Orcs don't get into combat, they're going to be able to collect 25 points a turn for that. Plus, they can also claim the table quarter, so I can just kind of anchor that down. I mean, it's an expensive unit, but they're not going to catch anything in this. So unless he decides to teleport into those woods, so they're just kind of denying that entire corner of the board and collecting some bonus points. So this is prior to his vanguards. So he does vanguard, and I don't believe I take a picture of the vanguards, but the one Wild Rider's kind of vanguards up on top of the hill, and the other one vanguards a little bit to the right of the hill. He's concerned about my fanatics a little bit, but just picture the same thing here. So after vanguards, I win the first turn, even though he got +1, I believe. And so I move my wolf chariot up there to kind of just keep anything from coming into those woods. And you see his unit back down on the far left. They are destroyed. They're not there. I moved my night goblins up to be 3 inches away from the tree in the center, and it was 8 inches away. Put them at 8 inches from that unit. I launched my fanatics out. I was kind of wanting to save them, but I was torn between, to get within 3 inches of the tree in order to claim the 50 points, I had to move up to within 8 inches of those Wild Riders. So I said screw it. Took one of the 50 points, launched them out, and I actually rolled really well and went right through it. I think I rolled a 6 for the amount of hits, and I wiped out that unit. He made none of his 6-up ward saves. So yay, scored a unit of Wild Riders, and so I just fanned the other 2 out to the right of the Night Goblins to kind of just hinder his unit. So I claimed the 50 points. I got 50 points for the table quarters, and then I got another 25 points for the woods. So my first turn, I'm racking up some points without even really doing anything. That's always nice. My Wyvern, I pretty much just left him back there, keeping an eye on his general's unit. I'm not horribly afraid of that unit, except the magic. You know, I never know what the magic's going to do. And so he moves his eagle up there, and he lightning moves those guys to there. His other unit of Wild Riders, actually, he decided to do something crazy. He moved him back into those woods. He was going to claim 25 points, and he decided to use a moonstone and teleported him right there into those woods. So this is like basically a make or break type of round for him. He's going to try to throw some magic and make some magical things happen here, but he's put those guys in right in front of my general on the Wyvern. So yeah, big gamble. He even said it when he did it. He was like, I don't know, but so that's what it looks like after his movement phase. So then go to the magic phase, and he's able to get off a couple spells. I have my scroll, so I can't remember which one I scrolled, but he gets a couple spells off on my general. You know, he gets Whistons up on that unit in the woods, and it looks like I missed some pictures here. So, okay, here's kind of what happens. Well, I didn't actually miss any pictures. Okay, he throws 2 spells up. He throws Whistons up on his unit, and he puts Miasma up on the Wyvern. Now, he only got the -1 though, and he miscast, and he blows up 3 of his chicks in the unit, which causes a panic check. At a leadership 9, not rerollable, and he fails, so he flees. On my turn, as we do skip a little bit of pictures, on my turn, I have the 1 spell up on me that forces me to take dangerous terrain checks on a 1 or a 2. I also have the Miasma, which minuses me to hit, I believe, and some other things. So on my phase, I'd go ahead and declare charge on that unit anyway. I figured, screw it, I've got a chance. I charge with the chariot towards his general's unit to make them flee a little more, but they don't flee off the board. And I redirect and charge the eagle, and it decides to flee. Now in the combat, I issue a challenge, and he refuses because his BSB is not in contact. So he throws his attacks on me. I actually got miasma off on his, or my itchy nuisance, and lowered his initiative. So he's initiative 1, but he was still always strikes first, so he didn't get the reroll. So he's able to put like 3 wounds on the wyvern. He attacked all of his attacks on the wyvern, and I'm able to kill just a couple of his, but I declared my WOG. So I had the charge, the rear, the WOG, and I think the wounds, he beat me by 1. I kind of didn't do very good on my attacks, and I don't get a thunder stomp, obviously, because he's cavalry. But I'm able to break him, and then since the BSB had declined a challenge, couldn't really use him, and when he broke, the BSB dies. So there's I pushed those guys with my charges from my chariot off to the side there, and then my night goblins you'd seen in the previous picture just kind of moving around that tree a little bit to try to see if they can participate in a fight, just screen some stuff off or whatever. Yeah, so that was big, but I didn't wipe those guys out, and I didn't catch them. So that was kind of a bummer. I was hoping to catch them. And what's funny is because that miasma makes their movement. I rolled it like a 6, so the movement was -6. But you don't use movement for flee; you just roll. So he was, movement like 3 swift stride or something. So, but he still got away. So that's the end of my turn. I see, there's a close-up picture of his fleeing wild rights. He actually rallies there. He rallies, but he's got nowhere to really go. So he rallies, and he's just making sure to stay out of the charge arc of the chariot. He's got the wyvern to his face. The wyvern's got 3 wounds on it at this point. And I didn't fail either one of my dangerous trains, one from charging in and one from pursuit. So that was nice. He rallies these guys. I wasn't able to push them off the board, so they're still a big threat. The eagle doesn't rally, though. He actually did that in the wrong order. He tried to rally the eagle first, so the eagle had to rally, failed on his own leadership. Then he rallied his general. As soon as he did it, as soon as he rolled, he realized he did it in the wrong order, but he'd already rolled the dice. So his general and them put another, I think, a miasma up on me, but again, he gets like a 1. So he's not doing too good with the D3 rolls, and then other than that, I think he just tries to shoot everything he can shoot at my the one unit shoots at the wolf chariot, but only does 2 wounds to it, and then because of the poison and whatnot. But and I think his other ones, everything tries to fire at the wyvern that can see it, and I believe he put 1 more wound on the wyvern itself. But yeah, I'm looking to score that unit with my wyvern charge here. So it comes back to my turn, and I do charge it, get in combat, and I do have 4 wounds on the wyvern now. I don't know if he did that in close combat in their shooting phase, but I can't kill that last guy. He breaks, flees, I pursue, and he's again like 2 inches ahead of me. Like, damn it, what the hell? My wolf chariot actually may have been the victim of the... Nope, there it is right there. It tried to charge... What did it try to charge? Maybe nothing. No, nothing, yeah. All it did was... If it did try to charge, it failed. It's just kind of poking along there, kind of protecting my right side from those guys flinging around. And then my Night Goblins in the middle had tried to. They did go ahead and try to make a long charge on those guys in the trees there, but they fled. They elected to flee, so it was a failed charge. So I just kind of bumbled ahead a little bit. That's all right. Still collecting the 50 points for the tree. So I'm really racking up a lot of points because at this point I have my general in the table quarter. I'm denying him points because I can deny that one table quarter from him. So he's only scoring like 25 points a turn, or 0, I think, because I got a wolf chariot over in the other one. Because you can deny points without fortitude, but you need fortitude to collect them. So I'm racking up like 125 extra points, victory points per end of my turn, and at the end of his turn he's getting maybe 0 or 25. He doesn't even have a unit in that over at the trees there, but anyway, so goes to his turn. He's able to kill the wyvern, shoot the wyvern out from underneath the orc, and I kind of missed a turn here. His general's unit is again over on the far right side. They are able to shoot the wyvern down. So on my turn, I tried to charge some stuff with the wolf chariot, and he fled away. So the eagle's gone. We're back there fleeing, and his wild rider that I was able to kill. I moved my general into my night goblin unit on my turn just to keep him from getting pin cushioned with arrows. And that pretty much is where the game ends. So with all the, I didn't really lose anything. I lost a wolf chariot and the wyvern, just the point cost for the wyvern, not the actual general. So I didn't lose very much. I killed one unit of wild riders, and I wasn't able to kill the other one. I didn't kill very much either. I only killed, and I got the BSB. So I collected his points plus the 100 for capturing him or whatever, breaking him in combat. And but really the kicker was all the extra victory points that I was able to collect through the course of the game. So I was able to get a win. It was a minor win, I believe. And I don't remember the victory points breakdown on that. There was a massacre, major win, minor win, and draw. I think it was a minor win. Probably could have been a major win with like 50 more points. And I might have been forgetting that my wolf chariot could negate the 25 points of his he was collecting for his table quarter. And that might have been the difference, but it was a good game, fun opponent, and we had a good time. So 1 win for the orcs and 1 draw, so not too bad. Thanks for watching.